Episode 46 of season 5 with me, the Broken Bottle Boy, here on Twitch. I was just looking at Twitter. Very easily. Already the encoding is overloaded, so this is going to be delayed. Fucking hell. Fuck sticks. Bollocks. Shit. Anyway. Good afternoon. Welcome. I've just done all the swears. Anyway, we're going to be doing the show right now. It's a 4-paper show. We're not doing Nexus, the conspiracy theory thing. That was on Friday. If you want to watch the newspaper show magazine special, which was tremendous fun with wrestling, naturism, and other assorted horrors, then do go to YouTube and check that out. Subscribers are calling it all right, but now. It's a 4-paper show. The show is live. Good afternoon. How you doing? I am in a tremendously irritated mood today, so it's going to be a delight. It's going to be a delight. How are you doing, Red Tick Seed? I didn't have enough time to finish today's image, which was going to be of Vinnie Jones grabbing Rupert Murdoch by the testicles, but look forward to that. That'll be coming up soon. Hey, Panic Future, how you doing? My weekend was right. We're not starting with the Times. I don't know why I've put that in the frame. I mean, it's an absolute shit show today. What can I say? Rachel G says a solid 5.8 out of 10 weekend. Well, that's better than nothing, isn't it? Technically no tabloids today, although I treat the Telegraph as a tabloid. So we're going to start with the Guardian. We're going to start with the Guardian, do the Telegraph, the Times, and then the Daily Mail. Let's get the Guardian in the frame. 9 out of 10 for Red Tick Seed. Had a pretty great one. Well, that's fantastic. I'd say mine was, well, I guess my Saturday was like a 9. My Sunday was like a 8 that ended up being a 4. Conso Socialism, is this where the Bunga Bunga party is? Sure, why not? Hello everyone, how's your afternoon all except to landlords, says use of weapons. Yes. No tabloids, all British papers are tabloids, I know. By that I mean no newspapers in the tabloid format. Mark Kenosis went to a gig, one of the best live bands in the world, also was DJing to a crowd for the first time since the pandemic. Excellent. Well, awesome. Delicious mustard. Right. Okay, starting with The Guardian. Front page of The Guardian. The human touch, how hands-on staff are getting back to work. Top right-hand corner, Arsene Wenger, you're either a genius or nobody. It's a pretty good interview, that, actually. Main story, watchdog hits out at ministers over top jobs. Shock news, the government is corrupt. Main picture is Big Bird. Big Bird has annoyed conservatives in the United States. Brainwashing for 5-year-olds just because Big Bird had his vaccination, presumably against bird flu. On the bottom of the page, new rule could bar MPs from constituency role, from consultancy roles. Sorry, imagine. Could. Isn't the Guardian technically tabloid these days? It's still slightly bigger than tabloid format. I can't believe the CIO drone strike Big Bird after he said death to the West. I know, a great shame, says use of weapons. Gonzo Socialism saw the Nightingales last week. Oh, fucking hell. I've never seen the Nightingales. I have seen the Membranes. Landlords are bad. Big Bird 2024. Yay for Big Bird, says the Research Arena. Okay. Inside the paper, on page 3, which isn't page 3 in The Guardian, it's very much just a normal page 3. Married lesbian couple bring test case over fertility treatment on the NHS. Good on them. Van Morrison sued by Health Minister for COVID criticism. Northern Ireland's Health Minister is suing Van Morrison after the singer accused him of being very dangerous. Childhood cancer DNA testing can transform treatment. Well, let's hope so. MPs could be barred from consultancy roles in sleaze clampdown. Let's stop calling it sleaze. Let's call it what it is. Corruption. Patterson, anger over minister after minister says scandal is storm in a teacup. Also on that page, Catherine Stone, increase in security for Standards Commissioner. Yep, she is now under threat. Big Bird is alien Bin Laden, says Panic Future. Watchdog stop ministers breaking neutrality code for BBC and BFI posts. Just wait till they break the code to force Paul Dacre in as Ofcom boss. Big Bird is a psyop, says Gonzo Socialism. Tory job awards chilling national bodies, critics say. Yeah, no shit. Musk denounced over Twitter poll on selling 10% of shares. Elon Musk, the chief executive of Tesla and world's worst poster, put a Twitter poll out over the weekend about whether he should sell 10% of his Tesla stock. US Senate Democrats recently unveiled a proposed tax billionaire stocks and other tradable assets in a bid to help finance Joe Biden's social spending agenda. Anyway, Musk is a piece of shit. He's been told repeatedly to not tweet in a way which would shift the market, and yet he still does. Use of weapons. MP should be banned from all roles, including contacting me again. Gonzo Socialism ban MPs. Recursive Rosie, hello, how are you, Recursive Rose? C122, H122, wish I got 80 grand a year. Me too. Expedia bans holidays with dolphin and whale shows. Good. Jemima Khan pulled out of The Crown over Diana script. Who gives a fuck? Vera Lynn was ordered to sing for Queen's 16th birthday, show reveals. Force's sweetheart Vera Lynn was ordered to perform at Princess Elizabeth's 16th birthday celebration at Windsor Castle in 1942, even though she was meant to appear in a London Variety show the same day. A letter headed secret and signed by the BBC's Variety booking manager informed Lynn that her services were required for a private command performance laid on by Elizabeth's father, George VI. It was addressed to Lynn at Finsbury Park Empire Theatre, a variety theatre in North London. Previously unseen document forms part of an exhibition on her life. Panic Future got into an argument with my martial arts instructor yesterday about whether Elon Musk was good. Now, wasn't Musk banned from tweeting about stocks after last kerfuffle? In theory he was, but it didn't stop him. Call for easing of zebra crossing rules to promote more walking. Ministers are being urged to allow low-cost paint-only zebra crossings on side roads to encourage more walkings after research showed they made drivers significantly more likely to stop for pedestrians. Why not? Lack of access undermines legitimacy of talks, claims civil society watchdog. This is about COP. Lots of indigenous people have not been able to access them. But guess what? Oil companies, gas companies, all those folks, oh, well, they're in there, no problem. Yeah, let's say that the SAS kidnapped Vera Lynn to perform for the Queen. That would make it a more interesting story. Music review. Turnage scores a win for Arsenal. Up for grabs. BBC SO. The BBC Symphony Orchestra and Bancroft doing, I don't know what, and Bluebeard's all opera. I don't give a shit about opera. The Sheepfield of Kings £10 million plan to put North Sutton Hoo on the map. Fine. Ban walking, we shamble only, says Use of Weapons. NHS bosses sound the alarm as bed occupancy hits winter peak already. We are fucked. Twitter jab, Senator gives Sesame Street the bird over. Vaccine plug, that is of course Ted Cruz, who looks like a sinister magnetic drawing toy. Soulful Education. Schools born as response to 70s racism aim to rekindle love of learning. When Black Lives Matter protests swept the UK last year, brother Naya Amara says his phone went crazy. Amara is the founder of the National Association of Black Supplementary Schools, a network of Saturday or after schools set up to tackle the underachievement of black children in mainstream education. The conversation in the aftermath of George Floyd's murder led many to discover the history of the Black Supplementary Schools movement, which began in the 1970s when black communities set up weekend schools in response to racism within the mainstream system. This is a really interesting... my brain just went blank there. There's a really interesting talk about that on YouTube that you can find. Drone attack on PM takes Iraq power struggle to new heights. This in the world news. Libya politics in disarray as country's leaders argue over suspending foreign minister. Video footage may hold vital clues in inquiring to crush deaths at a rap festival. Rapper Travis Scott is a piece of shit. The NHS should just get more beds. It's not hard, is it? Says Use of Weapons. IKEA sells them. Jesus Christ. Virginia's victory signals a life after Trump for Republicans. You say that. Just wait. He'll be back. John Harris in the comment section, in the journal section. If the super rich want to live forever, our planet is truly doomed. Yeah, that's correct. Ted Cruz still has a platform, says the Research Arena. Yes, because he's still a senator. Nesri Malik, one of the few actually good columnists in the country, says the cynicism stalking Britain is seen in all corrupt nations. It's very good. Emma Brock says, my wake-up call on COVID jab for kids. There's an absolutely horrendous Ben Jennings cartoon that shows Boris Johnson in a kind of disgusting pool and bathing topless, and also Jacob Rees-Mogg bathing topless with a COVID mask over his genitals. I've seen it, so now you have to. Yeah. On the front page of Life and Arts, Arsene Wenger on sweat, suffering, and life after Arsenal. Rick Samander says, can't keep a good man down. He tries wrestling. Oh, God. And then there's a thing about TikTok. Of course there is. I quite like TikTok. I find it relaxing. In the obituaries, Geert Jan van Oldenburg, the Dutch physicist who linked climate change to extreme weather events, has died. He was relatively young. Other lives, David Rudkin, director of the Fishbourne Roman Palace, who worked to increase public understanding of Roman Britain, has died. And Betty Wood, Cambridge historian whose research was ahead of its time in focusing on enslaved people, particularly women. We're doomed if we have super rich. Exactly, C-122, H-122. Use of weapons. Damn, I wonder how Libya got into such a mess. I guess we'll never know. Just the inscrutable nature of the Arab, yeah. Nesrine is good, says Panic Future. Yes, she is. She's one of the best working today. Mark Canosis, I agree with Ted Cruz having a platform. I just think it should have a noose and a lever too in Minecraft. Pages Guardian is so hard to turn. It's very annoying. Half the time they're not cut properly. A new museum in Barcelona celebrates its gypsy heritage, which is good. 1,200-year-old canoe in lake found by diving archaeologist. And in the sport, Solskjaer expects to stay at United, but Villa axed Smith. I'd be scared to play in Qatar World Cup, says Cavallo. The world's only openly gay top-flight men's footballer said he'd be scared to play at the World Cup in Qatar next year because of the Emirates' harsh ban on homosexuality. Harsh is fucking putting it mildly. My Panic Future says, oh no, Rees-Mogg in the next Naturist magazine edition. God, I hope not. That was a Guardian. I give it minus 59, plus 10 points for Nesrine Malik. Right, I'm going to do a speed round through the Daily Telegraph, because it's fucking awful. But before that, I'm going to do the roll call. I'm the Broken Bottle Boy. You can follow me on Twitter at Broken Bottle Boy. In the chat, Anna Mosey, another TT viewer, Aratrax, Aiton, Bad Motivator, C122, H122, Dr. Fayad, E. Blair Fan, Arabs, Gabundi TV, Gonzo Socialism, Ice Wizards, Chronotherm, Mark Canosis, Panic Future, Psychic from Mars, Ratiology, Recursive Rose, Red Tick Seed, Rimestino, Senor Leopard Face, 1727, Soul Chicken, Spike Trap, Claire, The Research Arena, The Royal Flush, Use of Weapons, and VNK. Thank you all for joining me on this, the Monday episode. Shawn Michaels is trending. Oh God, what's he done? Shawn Michaels is my favourite wrestler. Right, here we go with the Telegraph. I'm going to do the Telegraph in 2 minutes. It's a 2-minute Telegraph. Yes, indeed. Right. Hang on. Let me just close some things. Dino's Claret and Blue Army. He joined a fan left a legend. Yeah. Mark Canosis, I thought you said it was only a half ban on homosexuality, like it's only illegal if the balls touch. Well, if only. Wonder if Newcastle owners have views on gay footballers. I wonder too. Right, now, Daily Telegraph in 2 minutes. This is going to have a lot of flailing. Selika Maya's not in the chat today, but she would enjoy this for the flailing. potential. Right, boom, 2 minutes. Front page. Villa target Gerrard, England star in frame as sackings reach 16-year high. Main story, Hancock jab NHS staff before winter hits. Yes, Matt Hancock's back, being given a comment piece in the Telegraph because apparently we've just forgotten about all that shit. UK ready to scrap NI protocols, customs laws. This is really bad. Universities warned to look at ethical risk from donations. Inside, stepdaughter of IRA cheerleader cast as Countess Mountbatten in the Crown. Really fucked up story of them just attacking Natasha McElroy over the fact that her stepfather is Roy Greenslade. Palestinians queue up for Rooney's books after boycott row. Good on them. Cold portrayal of my father is off key, says Von Trapp's son. Basically annoyed about the sound of music after all this time. Macho police culture will not be tolerated, says Chief Constable. Bet it is. Putin's chief chef denies cooking up murky deals. Bet he did. RSPCA launches inquiry as Hunt Rider filmed punching a horse. I hope the horse punched him back. A Mediterranean diet could cause infertility, scientists found. Lesbian couple in fight against gay tax on NHS IVF treatment. As we've said previously, all power to them. Gig Crush rapper has history of inciting crowds is the headline on the Travis Scott story. Iraqi Prime Minister survives assassination bid by 3 drones. There's going to be more of that coming in the future. Old postcards are poignant antidote to modern life, says Jane Schilling. Nick Timothy is awful. Andy Marsh is awful. Matt Hancock is awful. And of course, he's laughing in his byline picture. In the health and arts, I knew I had Alzheimer's, so why did I have to wait a year to be diagnosed? Well, yeah, why? Is this hair loss breakthrough that we've been waiting for? They might cure baldness, but can they cure spiritual baldness? I doubt it. Compulsory COVID jabs is a disastrous idea, says the ethicist Dominic Wilson. Neil Gaiman's supernatural tale is theatre at its gobsmacking. The ocean at the end of the lane gets 5 stars. And in the obituaries, Lord Macfarlane of Bearsden, industrialist who came to the rescue of Guinness in the wake of the distillers' scandal. And Sir John Charnley, aeronautical engineer who led the quest for a blind landing system and worked on supersonic flight. That is the Telegraph in 2 minutes. Is the stream intermittent for anyone? I'm really sorry. It's fucking me off. I might as well not have bothered today. I really might as well not have bothered today. Fuck knows why. There's no reason it's not working properly. Nothing's different today. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. Yeah. All right. Well, if it's not bearable, we can just... I don't know. Let me do the last 2 newspapers fairly quickly and we'll end the show fairly early today. Right, so it's the Times, front page of the Times. Janice Turner, are you having fun? I am. Well, I'm sure she is. Jesus. On the right-hand side of the page, free home delivery. Top of the shop, new sleaze row over Johnson's Downing Street redecoration. Main story, doctors set to be barred from jobs in richer areas. I mean, there's no way that would have unintended consequences. Stepdaughter stuck in IRA cheerleader outfit, says Mark Kenosis. Universities accused of ripping students off with poor courses. I mean, we shouldn't have had huge fees. That's the main problem. Regrets, we've had a few, and they involve the hot tub and the pizza oven. Apparently, those are the biggest regretted purchases during the lockdown. Who gives a fuck? BBC told to tighten its belt as inflation soars within industry. More anti-BBC shit from Jake Cantor, the media correspondent / anti-BBC correspondent of the Times. British man killed by shark as wife and children watch. It's a horrendous story. Paddleboard was seen snapped in half in deadly Weir accident. A woman died at the weekend in a fatal paddleboarding trip in Wales. Horrible. Hunt rider punching a horse is appropriating. Geordie culture, says Mark Canosis. Inciting cows, extremely vague. Tory sleaze, it's a storm in a teacup, says Cabinet Minister. Oh, shut up. Moonlighting MPs face ban if committee gets way. Well, they should, but it won't happen. Curfew to stop drinker from going on bender. A fraudster who's done £18,000 to fund his gambling and alcohol addictions has been given a curfew to stop him disappearing on a bender. They could say addict has been given a curfew, but there you go. Woman 18 terrified after being spiked on a night out. That's horrendous. Jaw hackers apologised to Saudi prince. Yeah, they were so scared of him. Lesbians forced to pay for IVF, claim they are victims of gay fertility tax. Look at this. It's the Times taking the most homophobic line of all the papers so far. Shoppers ready for greener life, but only if the price is right. Taking Mosley's money is wrong, says Oxford Don. Terror survivors call for new media code. They should have, yeah. Red Tixie said, I love my ass off. My computer randomly started playing the Cowboy Bebop theme when you started the speedrun. Amazing. Video's kind of frozen, but can hear you okay. I'm getting audio okay, but now it's still screen. Oh, fuck knows. I don't know, lads. It's really annoying. A motorist face £400 a year levy for parking space at work. God. Exhilarating score brings football ode to fever pitch. That's up for grabs at the Barbican. That's 5 stars. A primary school teacher had all 4 limbs amputated because of sepsis. Returns to the classroom after being fitted with bionic arms. They are pretty cool bionic arms. Mother died of post-abortion sepsis after neglect by NHS. Horrendous. The real stench in Parliament is mediocrity, says Claire Fogus, who would know all about mediocrity. Feeble EU lets Russia get away with murder, claims Edward Lucas. Libby Purvis column is just so boring and awful. Right, in today's today's birthdays, Richard Curtis is 65. Rupert Alliston, the novelist and military historian, is and former Conservative MP for Torbay until 1997, is 70. Joe Cole should be a proprietor of his own joke shop. Joe Cole's Joke Hole is 40. He's a former footballer for England. Alain Delon, the actor, is 86. Joshua Ferris, the novelist, is 47. Marcus Fish, Conservative MP for Yeovil, not in fact a fish, is 51. Sir Anthony Habgood, the chairman, Court of Directors, Bank of England, till 2018, and Whitbread Group until 2014, is 75. Neris Hughes, the actress, known for the Liver Birds, amongst other things, is 80. Sakatsu Izaguro, the author, Nobel Prize winner for literature in 2017, is 67. Ricky Lee Jones, the singer-songwriter, Chucky's in Love, 1979, is 67. Brett Lee, the cricketer for Australia until 2008, is 45. Emma Lewell-Buck, Labour MP for South Shields, Shadow Children and Families Minister until 2019, is 43. Paul McKenna, the hypnotist, is 58. Professor Max Liu, the chemical engineer and nanotechnologist, President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Surrey, 58. Francesco Molinari, the golfer, is 39. Steve Nallon, the actor and impressionist, Spitting Image, is 61. Cardinal Vincent Nichols, Roman Catholic Archbishop of Westminster and hider of child abuse, is 76. Tadaki Ataka, the conductor laureate of the BBC National Orchestra of Wales, is 74. Sue Porto, Chief Executive of the Brandon Trust Learning Disability Charity, is 52. Parker Posey, the actress, is 53. Bonnie Raitt, the singer, is 72. Gordon Ramsay, the restaurateur and TV chef, is 55. Ian Rickson, the theatre and film director, the artistic director of the Royal Court Theatre till 2006, is 58. Jamie Roberts, the rugby union player, Dragons and Wales until 2017, is 35. Sir Norman Rosenthal, the curator and art historian, 77. Farah Storr, editor-in-chief of LUK, 43. Roy Wood, singer-songwriter in the Move, Electric Light Orchestra and Wizard, is 74. Alfre Woodard, the actress in Cross Creek, 1983, producer and political activist, is 69. Nice on this day. In 1602, the Bodleian Library in Oxford opened with a collection of 2,500 books. There are now more than 13 million printed items in its collection. The last word in this column goes to Celia Green, the philosopher in The Decline and Fall of Science, 1976. The human race has to be bad at psychology. If it were not, it would understand why it is bad at everything else. Hot dogs are baths for perverts with fungal infections, says Panic Future. Agreed. Right, moving on. In the world news, Biden hails spending bill as reboot of presidency. Leak of first daughter's diary prompts FBI raids. Iraqi leader survives attack by exploding drones. Militants flee after Comoros forces planes to land in Spain. A dozen passengers are still on the run after fleeing from Mallorca's international airport when the aircraft was forced to land on the Spanish island because of a medical emergency on board, and the police discovered afterwards was faked. Mark Canosis says the bionic arm story is cool, but I can't help but picture the bionic paedophile from Brarsai, the roboplegic Roncock. Yeah. Yes, I must allow your message. There you go. Protests after woman who was denied abortion died. Horrendous. This is in Poland. Tina Turner sues Simply the Best lookalike in the US. Tina Turner, 81, is suing over a tribute act that is said to look too much like the real thing. Legal experts say the outcome may reverberate through the musical scene. Uffizi lends masterpieces to Chinese museum. In the Times too, are we having fun yet? I am, you should be, says Janice Turner. Oh, fuck off. The pandemic turned me into a party girl. Janice Turner was once dismissive of those who use any excuse to spend a night in her tars, but nothing can hold her back since COVID restrictions eased. Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up. Carrie is wearing dungarees. Am I too old to wear them now? No, wait, what you like? It's Carrie from Sex and the City rather than Carrie from exploiting being in number 10. On the front page of the game, Liverpool leapfrog. Victory over Klopp's men takes West Ham above them and into third. In the obituaries, Maureen Cleave, beadily perceptive journalist to whom John Lennon gave his infamous quote about the Beatles being more popular than Jesus. A quote often misframed, actually. Elsewhere in the obituaries, Major General Mark Strudwick, quietly determined and well-liked infantry officer who became head of the army in Scotland and governor of Edinburgh Castle, and Astro, founder, member and toaster of reggae band UB40, who rapped about social justice and systematic racism in Thatcher's Britain. Mark Canosis says, I wish it could be Roy Wood's birthday every day. Nerys Hughes, yes, of course, known from Half Man, Half Biscuits. I hate Nerys Hughes from the heart. A horrendous thing that you can buy today is a Midnight Spell Black Diamond Bracelet. Yours for £59.80. Good lord. And in the sport, Jones warns don't be like Raducanu. Coach tells Prodigy Smith to avoid distractions. Oh, shut the fuck up. That's the time. Give me your scores. I don't know. 99% of gargoyles look like Bob Todd, says Gonzo Socialism. Right, finally, we come to the Daily fucking Mail. Right, front page of the Daily Mail, top of the shop. The woman who could give you perfect abs by Christmas. Presumably she encourages you to do that through fitness rather than, I don't know, slicing them off cadavers. But who knows? Main story, new fears over microplastics in your home. Nothing that the Daily Mail likes more than new fears. Hello, person in the room. Do you have a box of... You do, don't you? You've bought yourself chocolate fingers.
Yes.
Chinny fucking reckon. Right, on page 3, Adele of a Night. Adele's done an audience with Adele, which will be out on November the 21st. Lots of celebrities were at that. Too many books, only one book. Turned On, Science, Sex and Robots. Yeah, that's right, get that book. Plastic particles in your body can affect immunity and potentially could cause cancer. Nothing the Daily Mail likes more than something that could cause cancer. On page 5, a really disgusting headline from the Mail, and I mean it's a high bar from them. All they found were his goggles. Shark drags Briton 57 to his death. Like, just grotesque way of reporting on a man's death. Use of weapons. If I met Janice Turner at a nightclub, I would... redacted. On pages 6 and 7, new storm over Patterson. Senior Tory facing calls to quit after bid to save shamed MP. Who was the senior Tory? Why, it's dodgy Bernard Jenkin. Moving on. Pages 10 and 11. Hundreds of care homes could shut. Shambles. Patients slam rollout of third dose. It's really hard to get one. Disgracing hypocrisy of my alma mater, writes Stephen Pollard, angry that Oxford took money from the Moseley Foundation, which is bad, but he's writing it in the paper that backed Moseley and has never really apologised for it. The paper of Hurrah for the Black Shirts. R.I.P. Astro, agree with that. Mark Kenosis. Partying in a graveyard. Page 14 and 15. Witnesses describe horror as human cross at US festival leaves at least 8 dead and hundreds injured. Honestly, the Daily Mail today with headlines that are just disgusting. This is reporting on real people who have died. Oh God. Prince Philip was a climate change skeptic, apparently. Yeah, no shit. Look, no hands. At 4, Daisy makes riding a unicycle easy. Well done, her. Married lesbians take NHS to court over IVF discrimination. A less homophobic headline in the Daily Mail than in the Times. Nurse, my horror at affair with morgue predator. Again, more real classy journalism from the Daily Mail. Paul McCartney walked over the crossroads at Abbey Road. Someone got a picture of that, so apparently that's worthy of it. Some woman rented out her dresses, whatever. Rankings for the Times. R.I.P. Andrew Barker from 808 Estates has gone so socialism. Yes, indeed. C122 gives the Times centuple negative nice, a quadruple negative nice from the Neon Lady. On page 27, the bionic teacher victim who lost all 4 limbs to deadly blood infection returns to school with robotic arms. It's pretty cool. Harry Hill, tells some tales of when he was a doctor from his new book. Who cares? November the 8th, 2021. Well, that's today. But what was happening in the Daily Mail in 1951? Well, from the archives. Frank Sinatra married Miss Ava Gardner, the film actress, at Philadelphia this evening. As soon as the ceremony was over, Mr. Sinatra grasped the hand of the judge who performed it and said, "Well, we finally made it." November 8th, 2000, Hillary Clinton completed a historic move from White House to the US Senate earlier today. She beat Republican Rick Lazio in New York by a clear margin of up to 10% to become the first presidential wife elected to the Senate. Happy birthday to Neris Hughes, who is 80, and to Sir Kazuo Ichiguro, who's 67. Also born on this day, Martin Peters, 1943 to 2019. The footballer from East London played in right midfield for England in 1966 and scored the team's second goal in the final that won the World Cup. Also born on this day, 1927, died 2013. Patti Page, the US singer, is the best-selling female star of the 1950s, best remembered for her hits Tennessee Waltz and How Much Is That Doggy in the Window, which Margaret Thatcher, a woman without taste, said was her favourite song. On this day, November 8th, in 1605, Robert Catesby, ringleader of the gunpowder plot, was shot dead and found clutching a picture of the Virgin Mary. And in 1895, German physicist Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen discovered X-rays. It would earn him the first Nobel Prize in Physics in 1901. Quote of the day: as you get older, you don't get wiser, you get irritable. That's Doris Lessing. And joke of the day: accordion to a recent survey, replacing words with the names of musical instruments often goes undetected. Yeah. Neon Lady says, love a box of chocolate fingers. Yes, indeed. Mark Kenosis, grotesque way of reporting on a man's death and a shark's lunch. Neon Lady, when do we get an article about how you might get cancer from reading the Daily Mail? Stress, yes, stress related, isn't it? In Inspire, can this woman give you killer abs? Yeah, probably. On the front page of The Verdict, you've been hammered. West Ham's win over Liverpool. One lesson I've learned from life. Sophie Webster, the shoe designer, says, struggle makes you strong. Oh, shut the fuck up. His CBT technique revolutionized therapy. After Dr. Aaron Beck's death last week, Linda Kelsey recalls her own salvation from a breakdown so bleak she spent weeks in hospital. Debt I owe to the man who brought me and millions more back from the brink. CBT is great for people it works for, but they try and force it on everyone, and that is extremely bad in my book. The doctor will squeeze you now. They talk to Dr. Pimple Popper. Honestly, just grim. You can get a knitted dress for £79. Would you like this knitted dress?
No.
No. The Mentalist on Twitter saying that concert deaths was a satanic ritual proves my thesis that societies and stages of collapse take to spiritualism. Agreed. In the TV reviews, The Tower, 9 p.m. is pick of the day on ITV. A long-serving police officer and a 15-year-old girl are found dead at the foot of a tower in an absorbing new 3-part drama based on Kate London's novel Post Mortem. London's an ex-Metropolitan Police officer, and her writing brings a tang of authenticity. What, so I presume it's full of racism and people taking pictures of dead bodies. Is that right? I don't know. In the TV reviews, Close to Me, 5 stars. Wurzel Gummidge, Guy Fawkes, the Wurzel Gummidge special, also 4 stars. So it's a 4-star across the board there. In the cartoons, Garfield is thinking. In Chloe and Co, Chloe and her friend are drinking, but they're drinking coffee this time, and they are talking about dreaming about Chris Hemsworth. And in Fred Bassett's owner is writing an anniversary card to his wife, and Fred Bassett saying he remembers the day and the month, but he's lost count of the years.
Haven't we all, Fred? Haven't we all?
Right, in the straight to the point letters. No poem of today, of course, because it's a Monday, the one day that we are kept free from the curse of the poems. The straight to the point letters. AB Medley, real name, says, no need to worry about climate change. Megan and Harry have offered to reduce the word's carbon footprint. Oh, Jesus. Chris Devine, incorrectly named, says, didn't we leave the EU to escape the tyranny of out-of-touch politicians telling us how to live and what we can buy, eat and drive? B. Chrisley says, my English breakfast consists of Danish bacon, frankfurters, haggis and Italian tinned tomatoes.
What the fuck do you put frankfurters in a breakfast for, the fucking moron?
Yeah, no one would do that. Paul Garrett says, instead of getting my booster jab from the GP, I mistakenly walked into the vets. The good news is that I'll be free of distemper and mange for the next year. Just send these jokes to a WhatsApp group containing only yourself. And Mike Jakins says, is there a celebrity, real or so-called, who is not bringing out a book at Christmas? You don't have to fucking buy them, do you? Right. Today's recipe is sausages with winter veg mash. Honestly, if you need a recipe for that, don't even try cooking. There's various cruises you can go on. There's various awful stuff where banned jokes has gone to socialism. To be fair, Thatcher also loved Telstar, which is a banger. Telstar is a banger. Thatcher was a mad bastard, so C122